My name is Brian Anthony Chisholm. Irish Brian, Scottish last name, Chisholm, because the name Chisholm came over to Jamaica in the colonial days in Jamaica. So Chisholm, like the Chisholm's clan. I lived in Scotland years gone by in an area of Scotland where the Chisholm clan settled in the Highlands. I was the only black Chisholm in a 500-mile radius. Every night I go to the pubs there, I basically drink for free because the lads get the crack out of it. Every Chisholm that walked in the door, they point out the black Chisholm. It was brilliant. I was born in the Cap Pit country in Jamaica. It's central Jamaica. And it's in a parish called St. James. So St. James is the same parish that has the city Montego Bay. We grew up in third world Jamaica, real third world Jamaica, and not just city Jamaica, but in a village life. So we didn't even know we were poor, but we were poor, but we didn't know. So loads of stuff around you that you have to go and gather yourself. Fruits, things going wild, catching fish, catching birds, hunting rabbits. These were all there. We didn't have washing machine and all of that when I was growing up. You know what I mean? And we didn't have water in the house.
You had to go in.
It's a standpipe outside at the side of the road, and if there's no water in it, you have to go to the river. Financially, things turned for my parents. So while they were poor, something happened that caused them to leave the village, lived in the city, work, increase their money, and before you know it, their financial status changed for the better. I could go to college. So I went to college, all my brothers went to college, and then I went traveling. Yeah, so I lived in other parts of the Caribbean for many years, and then I went back to Jamaica, and then I went to England, and I lived there for a few years. Then I went to Scotland, and then I catapulted over to here, and then here I am with you good people.
Yeah. What was it like being a Jamaican man, a black man in Ireland at that time? Was that different? Was that, because it wasn't as diverse, I don't think.
So in all the places I've traveled to, Ireland, see I cross my legs, I'm getting comfortable with this question now, yeah, because Ireland is one of the most friendly places I've traveled to. It's actually, that's why I put up my flag and pitch tent. This is the place. People are lovely. Now one of them look like me, but still get on. Yeah, and they tend to not, there was so many help here, man. There's always a couch to sleep on if you didn't have a bed to sleep on. Then when you get a couch, you know that you help somebody else out also if they don't have a couch to sleep on. Back then, there was a massive couch. I think the word couch surfing came from that part of time in Ireland. Busking was amazing in Ireland back then. Yeah. Was this in the...
You were at home, yeah? You really felt it.
Yeah. And then my daughter was born by an Irish woman here. Lovely, I won't say her name, but she's a lovely person. She was the first one who bought me an art set and gifted it to me and says, you can do this. So there you go. How was that?
Can you remember the last time that you were truly happy?
For someone like me, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. But because there's loads of those times and none is more than the other. So I'm just gonna pick one from the bag, right? My daughter was 6. We were just down the road from here, just standing outside McDonald's Fish and Chips, and it was the Magnus Parade, and the dragon was coming down, and she saw that, and I saw the look on her face when she saw the dragon coming down. Dude, I still remember that. Yeah, I still remember that. That is golden, that look on her face. And I took a picture. Someone took a picture of ours, and I have it saved. And the look on her face, and the dragon. Oh, she's amazing. Yeah. Hey, Peter. Mighty.
Okay, so similar.
I can't get the too photogenic.
Stop, go away now. See you later, Peter.
Can you think of the most proudest moment in your life?
again, there's loads of them. So I'm gonna again put my hand in the bag and pull one out. When my daughter was born, and I'm not a sentimental person, but when I tell her that she was born, and it's not just that she was born, but that she was born healthy. Do you know how risky it is to get a child and not knowing if the child is gonna be healthy or not? Oh my God, man! And then that child turns up healthy. Dude, pray to the God, give them thanks, give him thanks, or pray to the gods and give them thanks. I'm telling you, it was amazing. Another time when I was really proud was when I told my daughter in 2019 that I was going to pick up computer programming. And she was walking down the road with me past Java's, and she said to me, Dad, what are you going to do with this? Where are you intending going with this? And then I told her, and she goes, all right, well, we'll see. That talk. And then when I made my first website, she and I celebrated it. We went for dinner. Those are proud moments.
Do you have any regrets in life?
I have lots of them, I just don't speak of them. But let's say again, using that line we've been using, let's go put our hands in the bag again. I regretted not seeing the real value in my daughter's mother before we broke up, because then we most likely would have still been together. But I did not have the foresight to see the values in her. So I mistreated my opportunities in that respect. That would be one of the most forefront regrets in my head. Don't wait until the mango is ripe. Pick the mango before it's ripe. And just so you know, love Irish people. You're amazing. Tasha go Harlem.